Once known for flying off the lot, some of the most well-known Toyota trucks are now sitting unsold for months. From overpriced midsize off-roaders to full-size hybrids no one asked for, Toyota's biggest names are now its biggest problems. Dealers are slashing prices, offering unheard-of incentives, and pulling out every trick in the book to move metal. So why is this happening now? And which trucks are they most desperate to sell? Toyota Tundra SR. In theory, this should be the volume seller, a basic, dependable, no-frills work truck that appeals to budget-conscious buyers looking for a strong value proposition. For years, Toyota's reputation for reliability, low maintenance costs, and solid resale value made its entry-level models appealing to tradespeople, fleet operators, and first-time truck owners alike. But in the year 2025, the story is very different. Dealerships across the United States are struggling to move the Toyota Tundra SR off their lots. Units are stacking up, gathering dust, and absorbing carrying costs month after month. The problem? Buyers are no longer willing to compromise for the sake of a badge. The Tundra SR trim is missing critical features that have become standard across other brands' entry-level offerings, from interior comfort to safety tech and towing capability. The Tundra SR is falling behind in every category that matters. Let's start with the powertrain. The base SR trim comes with a 3.4-liter twin-turbocharged 6-cylinder engine, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. While this engine configuration delivers adequate performance on paper, it lacks the low-end torque and naturally aspirated dependability that full-size truck buyers still value. Many buyers miss the old 5.7-liter 8-cylinder engine that powered previous generations. This change alone has driven traditionalists to look at competitors like the Ford Motor Company's F-150 or General Motors' Chevrolet Silverado 1500, both of which offer more robust and proven powertrains in their base models. Inside the cabin, the situation is even more disappointing. The Toyota Tundra SR comes with cloth seats, hard plastics, and a dated-looking dashboard. Even though Toyota includes a modest 8-inch touchscreen with compatibility for both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the interface feels less responsive and more dated compared to rivals. There are few available customization options in the SR trim and almost no upscale features. Climate control is manual. There is no push-button start. The gauge cluster is analog. For a starting price hovering around $45,000 United States dollars, many buyers feel they are simply not getting their money's worth. The towing capacity of the SR model is another sticking point. Although Toyota advertises a maximum tow rating of around 8,300 pounds, real-world numbers often fall short. Competing models from the Ford Motor Company and Stellantis North America's Ram brand can out-tow and out-haul the SR Tundra, even in their base configurations. This matters to small business owners and contractors who rely on their trucks to work, not just commute. Inventory numbers are reflecting these realities. Many Toyota dealerships are reporting that the SR trims sit for well over 100 days on average before selling, compared to just 30 or 40 days for trims like the Limited or TRD Off-Road. In response, some dealers have started offering discounts of up to $5,000 United States dollars below sticker, along with 0% annual percentage rate financing over 60 months. And low-cost lease deals. These types of promotions were once unheard of for a Toyota pickup truck. Fleet sales are also slowing. Municipal contracts and commercial buyers who used to snap up SR models in bulk are now reconsidering due to concerns over powertrain durability, rising prices, and feature gaps. Some fleet operators are switching to the Ford Motor Company's XL trims, or even considering electric alternatives that offer federal tax incentives. The Toyota Tundra SR no longer presents the cost efficiency it once did, especially in a competitive landscape, where base trucks from other automakers are adding more technology and capability each year. Toyota's reputation for reliability remains strong, but it is no longer enough to move the metal on its own. Buyers are more informed than ever before. They research online, watch video reviews, compare features, and walk into dealerships knowing exactly what they want and what they do not. Increasingly, what they do not want is a base model truck that offers too little for too much. As a result, Toyota dealerships are under pressure. Sales managers are instructing staff to get creative with pricing. Inventory managers are rebalancing orders away from SR trims. And buyers who are savvy enough to negotiate can walk away with significant savings. But if you think Toyota's base model is having trouble, just wait until you see what's happening to their most luxurious truck. If you're into straight facts and zero fluff, smash that subscribe button. We've got more coming. Toyota Tundra Capstone. It was introduced as the top-of-the-line trim in the Tundra lineup, a full-size pickup designed to go toe-to-toe with the most luxurious trucks in the industry. Toyota expected it to compete directly with the Ford F-150 Platinum, the Ram 1500 Limited, and even the Chevrolet Silverado High Country. But instead of flying off showroom floors, the Tundra Capstone is sitting in dealership lots longer than Toyota anticipated. Despite its upscale features and bold redesign, it is struggling to find buyers willing to pay the steep price. The problem begins with cost. A well-equipped Toyota Tundra Capstone can push beyond $70,000. That places it in the same pricing territory as luxury badge trucks that carry a stronger emotional and brand-driven appeal. Ford's Platinum trim has built a reputation over decades, and the Ram Limited offers unmatched interior comfort with real wood accents and premium leather appointments. Meanwhile, Toyota is asking buyers to accept a similar price tag for a truck that, while competent, lacks the badge prestige of its American rivals. In a segment where brand loyalty runs deep, prestige matters more than ever. The powertrain change has only made things worse. Gone is the naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine that defined older generations of the Toyota Tundra. In its place is a twin-turbocharged 6-cylinder engine, which may offer better fuel economy and towing numbers on paper, but fails to inspire confidence among traditional truck buyers. Many full-size truck customers still equate a naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine with strength, reliability, and durability. Toyota's decision to replace it with a turbocharged engine is viewed by many as a risk. While the engine is technically advanced, early reports from buyers and reviewers have pointed out inconsistent throttle response, unpredictable turbo lag, and a less satisfying exhaust note. These details may seem small, but to full-size truck buyers, especially those spending $70,000 or more, they matter a great deal. The loss of the tried-and-true 8-cylinder formula has created a trust gap. Buyers wonder if this new powertrain will last as long as its predecessor, and that hesitation is showing up in sales reports. Inside the cabin, Toyota did make an effort to justify the Capstone's luxury price. Quilted leather seats, real wood trim, acoustic glass, and an exclusive interior color palette give the truck a more premium feel. The ride quality is improved, and the infotainment system is among the best Toyota has ever offered. Yet even with all of these upgrades, the Capstone still lags behind its competitors in the eyes of many consumers. In particular, ride comfort and cabin quietness are not quite on par with the Ram 1500 Limited, which continues to dominate the conversation around full-size truck interiors. Another sticking point is the lack of distinction from other Tundra trims. While the Capstone sits at the top of the hierarchy, casual shoppers often struggle to see why it costs so much more than a well-optioned Toyota Tundra Limited or Toyota Tundra Platinum. The exterior styling differences are subtle, and the feature list, while robust, does not provide a clear step-up experience. This lack of obvious differentiation has made it harder for sales teams to upsell buyers into the Capstone model, especially when those same buyers could walk across the lot and get a similarly equipped truck for several $1,000s less. Dealerships have taken notice. Units of the Capstone are beginning to pile up, especially in regions where full-size trucks are heavily cross-shopped with domestic competitors. In response, many Toyota dealers are quietly slashing prices, offering steep cashback incentives, low-interest financing offers, and even dealer-specific loyalty programs just to move Capstone inventory. These aggressive strategies were unheard of just a few years ago for Toyota's truck lineup, which used to sell itself on reliability and resale value alone. Now, Toyota finds itself in unfamiliar territory. The Capstone was meant to elevate the Tundra brand, to put it in the same conversation as Ford's King Ranch and Ram's Limited Longhorn. Instead, it is revealing the limits of Toyota's truck market reach. Reliability and practicality have always been Toyota's strengths, but they do not automatically translate into high-end desirability. Speaking of full-size problems, Toyota has another truck that is stuck between two segments, and it is confusing everyone. Toyota Sequoia. This SUV was once seen as the go-to choice for buyers who wanted a reliable, full-size sport utility vehicle that could handle family duty and off-road adventure in equal measure. But the newest generation of the Sequoia has left longtime fans and new shoppers alike confused, frustrated, and hesitant. Instead of building on its past success, Toyota has taken a new direction with the Sequoia, one that may be alienating the very people who made it popular in the first place. Today's Toyota Sequoia is based entirely on the Toyota Tundra platform, and that change alone has shifted everything about how this full-size sport utility vehicle drives, performs, and appeals to buyers. Instead of using a naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine like older models, the new Sequoia is now exclusively offered as a gasoline-electric hybrid. On paper, that move should improve fuel efficiency and performance, but in real-world conditions, it has introduced problems that loyal customers were not expecting. At nearly $80,000 for the higher trims, the Toyota Sequoia has wandered into premium territory, and that is where the problems truly begin. For that price, buyers expect smooth handling, cutting-edge comfort, refined ride quality, and interior materials that compete with luxury leaders. Unfortunately, the Sequoia falls short in all of these categories. Despite being Toyota's flagship full-size sport utility vehicle, the Sequoia's cabin materials and layout feel closer to a rugged pickup truck than a polished luxury cruiser. The front seats are comfortable enough, but the second and especially third rows are cramped, and the lack of a fully independent rear suspension means passengers in the back feel every bump and vibration from the road. For families who need that third row, the Sequoia presents a major compromise. Other full-size sport utility vehicles in the same price range, like the Chevrolet Tahoe, Ford Expedition, Lincoln Navigator, and Cadillac Escalade, all offer significantly more comfort for rear passengers. The ride in those vehicles is smoother, the legroom is more generous, and the technology is more intuitive. In contrast, the Sequoia's stiff ride and limited third-row usability make it feel dated, even though it is technically brand new. Another challenge is the hybrid powertrain itself. While Toyota is known globally for its leadership in hybrid technology, the use of a turbocharged 6-cylinder gasoline-electric setup in a large, heavy sport utility vehicle like the Sequoia has raised eyebrows. Many longtime Toyota customers still prefer the simplicity and proven durability of a naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine. These buyers are skeptical of how the hybrid system will hold up over the long haul, especially under heavy loads or towing conditions. It is worth noting that a full-size hybrid system introduces more complexity and cost, and for many practical-minded consumers, that is a red flag rather than a selling point. Then there is the competition. The Toyota Sequoia is now priced against vehicles with far more brand prestige. For nearly $80,000, buyers can step into a Lincoln Navigator or a Cadillac Escalade, both of which offer unmatched luxury, smoother rides, and stronger resale value. Even within the Toyota family, buyers are taking a second look at the Toyota Highlander or the Toyota Grand Highlander, which are better suited for daily use, family comfort, and fuel efficiency, all at significantly lower prices. The current market conditions only make things worse. With high interest rates and inflation squeezing household budgets, fewer buyers are willing to stretch into the $70,000 to $80,000 price range for a full-size sport utility vehicle that does not meet their expectations. That has led to rising inventory levels at Toyota dealerships across the country. Sequoias are stacking up on lots, with some sitting for months without serious buyer interest. Still, these discounts raise another question. If the Sequoia was truly competitive at this price point, would it need this many incentives to move units? For many buyers, the answer is no. The heavy promotional activity is a clear signal that dealerships are struggling to clear inventory, and it may also signal that the Sequoia was mispriced and mispositioned from the very beginning. But not all Toyota trucks are about power and size. One smaller model is causing dealerships to panic for a completely different reason. Toyota Hilux. Across the globe, The Toyota Hilux is widely regarded as one of the most reliable and rugged pickup trucks ever built. Deserts of Australia to the jungles of Southeast Asia and the icy mountain passes of South America, the Hilux has earned its reputation as a dependable workhorse that can handle extreme terrain, unpredictable weather, and brutal conditions. It is not just a fan favorite, it is a global icon. Yet, despite all this success and global admiration, there is one major market where the Hilux is strangely absent: the United States of America. Toyota cites regulatory and production complications, including differences in safety requirements, emission standards, and a corporate strategy that prioritizes their North American-designed trucks. The Toyota Tacoma, which is assembled in Mexico, is positioned as the midsize truck for the U.S. market. The Toyota Tundra, assembled in Texas, is the full-size alternative. Toyota argues that the Hilux would overlap too closely with the Tacoma, potentially cannibalizing sales and creating internal competition. But that argument is beginning to fall apart. The latest Toyota Tacoma models have become so expensive and so loaded with unnecessary options that many traditional buyers no longer view it as an affordable work truck. Base models are scarce, and dealer markups are pushing final transaction prices toward the full-size segment. Buyers who once trusted the Tacoma as the practical choice are beginning to look elsewhere. The Toyota Hilux, which remains a no-nonsense value-first truck in most international markets, could fill the gap perfectly. It would speak to tradespeople, off-roaders, and rural buyers who do not need plush leather interiors or 20-inch infotainment screens. They just need something that works every single day without fail. The timing could not be more critical. In recent years, American consumers have shown a growing appetite for compact and mid-size trucks that offer high utility without the size or price tag of full-size models. The surge in popularity of trucks like the Ford Maverick and the Hyundai Santa Cruz proves this. The market is hungry for reliable, efficient, and affordable pickups that do not require a second mortgage. And while Toyota toys with rumors of a new compact truck for the U.S., many fans are still asking the obvious question: why not just bring in the proven Hilux? Even more baffling is the fact that Toyota already has a strong global supply chain for the Hilux. Production facilities exist in Thailand, South Africa, and Argentina, among others. It is not a question of building the truck from scratch. It is already being produced at scale. All Toyota would need to do is modify the vehicle to meet American regulations and establish a strategy for local support. The infrastructure, engineering, and logistics already exist. The only thing missing is Toyota's willingness to pull the trigger. Dealerships are beginning to feel this gap as well. As Toyota's truck lineup in the United States becomes more expensive and less accessible, potential buyers are simply walking away. They are choosing used models, switching to competitors, or abandoning the segment entirely. In some cases, they are going to extreme lengths to import Hilux models themselves, paying hefty fees and dealing with complex registration processes, just to get a truck that Toyota could be selling here legally and profitably. The longer Toyota waits, the more goodwill it risks losing. The Hilux is more than just a truck. It is a symbol of everything Toyota once stood for: simplicity, reliability, and durability above all else. Refusing to sell it in one of the world's largest truck markets sends a confusing message. It tells American buyers that they are being steered toward pricier alternatives that may not serve their needs as effectively. And it tells dealerships that they are missing out on a product that could be a guaranteed volume mover, especially in rural and off-road heavy regions. While the Toyota Hilux remains a dream for American buyers, Toyota's silence is becoming louder. If demand continues to grow and frustration builds, Toyota may eventually be forced to reconsider. While the Hilux is not in American showrooms, there is a compact Toyota truck that recently returned, and it is off to a rough start. Toyota Stout. When the first rumors began circulating in the year 2022, interest surged almost overnight. Enthusiasts, budget-conscious drivers, and Toyota loyalists alike were hopeful that the company was finally ready to deliver a compact truck that could capture the magic of simplicity and utility in a modern, urban-friendly package. The excitement was real, and the expectations were sky-high. However, nearly 3 full years have passed since that initial buzz, and Toyota has yet to deliver anything concrete. The Stout name, A badge once associated with durability and classic Toyota engineering was briefly mentioned in corporate trademark filings, automotive blogs, and speculative concept art. Some experts projected a hybrid powertrain. Others suggested it could use a modified version of the Toyota Corolla Cross platform. The possibility of a front-wheel drive unibody design paired with optional all-wheel drive made it sound like the perfect rival to the Ford Maverick, which has dominated its segment since its release. But despite the early enthusiasm, the Toyota Stout has remained in the realm of rumor and silence. This lack of updates has not gone unnoticed. Dealerships that were originally eager to promote and prepare for a potentially high-volume, low-cost model are now expressing concern. In conversations with regional managers and automotive retail insiders, one sentiment comes up repeatedly: Toyota may have missed its moment. By waiting too long to act, the brand has allowed the competition to tighten their grip on the compact pickup segment. The Ford Maverick in particular has carved out a loyal customer base by offering a sub-$30,000 hybrid pickup with over 40 miles per gallon in real-world driving. That level of value has set a new standard, and any new entry, especially one from a brand like Toyota, will be judged against it. The Hyundai Santa Cruz, though more expensive, has also found its niche with a more lifestyle-focused buyer who wants the form factor of a truck without the full bulk of a traditional pickup. Combined, these two models have proven there is room in the market for small trucks, as long as they are priced fairly, offer good fuel economy, and meet modern tech expectations. From a consumer psychology standpoint, the delay is causing something worse than skepticism. It is generating disinterest. Buyers who were once excited about the Toyota Stout have now moved on. Many who waited through 2023 and 2024 for official details have now purchased other vehicles. Worse still, the silence has made some question whether Toyota even understands this market segment anymore. The lack of transparency is particularly damaging for Toyota's dealership network. In retail, momentum is everything. Initial hype leads to customer inquiries. Inquiries generate foot traffic. Foot traffic increases sales potential. But with no model to show, no confirmed specs, no production timeline, and no official photos or press releases, dealerships have nothing to work with. The result? Shrinking anticipation and growing frustration. Many dealers now worry that if the Toyota Stout is finally released in the year 2025 or later, it may arrive too late to make a meaningful impact. There are also concerns about how Toyota will position the Stout in terms of powertrain and pricing. Will it be gasoline only? Will it include a hybrid or plug-in hybrid variant? Will it undercut the Ford Maverick's price or try to sell itself on brand name alone? Without answers to these questions, dealers cannot develop sales strategies, and potential buyers are left to speculate. In the modern market, especially one defined by high interest rates and tightening budgets, speculation is not enough to sustain demand. Toyota's own lineup is also working against the Stout's potential success. The Toyota Tacoma, which used to serve as an entry point to truck ownership, is now pushing into the high $30,000 and even $40,000 territory for basic trims. For consumers looking for something affordable, the gap beneath the Tacoma has never been wider. This is exactly where the Stout should fit, a true subcompact or compact pickup, starting around $25,000, offering a blend of urban drivability and rural toughness. But one truck that is here, and fully electric, might be Toyota's riskiest bet yet: Toyota Tundra I-Force Max. Introduced as Toyota's bold step into hybridization for larger vehicles, the I-Force Max system promised increased fuel efficiency, modern engineering, and a cleaner footprint. But what was intended to be a game-changing innovation has quickly turned into a marketing and sales problem for Toyota dealerships. The hybrid gamble is not paying off, and the proof is sitting unsold on dealer lots across the United States of America. At its core, the Toyota Tundra I-Force Max pairs a twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 gasoline engine with a permanent magnet electric motor and a nickel-metal hydride battery pack. The result is a combined output of 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. On paper, those numbers are impressive. The hybrid powertrain actually surpasses the old naturally aspirated 5.7-liter V8 engine in torque delivery. Toyota marketed this hybrid truck as a smarter, stronger evolution of the traditional gas-powered pickup, but the real-world reception has been far less enthusiastic. For longtime Toyota truck buyers, especially those who remain loyal to the tried-and-true V8, the move away from a naturally aspirated engine has triggered skepticism. The I-Force Max powertrain introduces more complexity, more electronic components, and an untested long-term reliability profile. The simplicity and durability of the previous generation's V8 were its strongest selling points. Owners knew what to expect and trusted it over hundreds of thousands of miles. That same trust has not yet been earned by the hybrid system, and it is leading to hesitation across the market. Another issue hurting the I-Force Max is pricing. The hybrid option is only available on higher trims of the Toyota Tundra, including the Limited, Platinum, 1794 Edition, and Capstone models. These versions start in the upper $60,000 range and can easily push beyond $75,000 with options. That places the I-Force Max in direct competition with high-end models from Ford, General Motors, and Ram. And while those competitors offer either proven V8 powertrains or plug-in hybrid electric vehicle options with more range and functionality, Toyota's setup feels caught in the middle. For buyers who care about fuel economy, the I-Force Max does offer modest improvements. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates a combined rating of around 22 miles per gallon for rear-wheel drive models and 20 miles per gallon for four-wheel drive versions. However, those numbers are not radically different from gasoline-powered rivals that cost significantly less, and the savings at the pump often do not justify the much higher purchase price of the hybrid powertrain, especially when combined with today's high interest rates and inflation-driven monthly payments. Another concern that buyers are voicing is the real-world performance of the I-Force Max system. While the initial acceleration and torque feel strong, some drivers report inconsistent throttle response, occasional lag, and awkward transitions between gasoline and electric power. These quirks may not be deal breakers in a compact hybrid sedan, but in a full-size truck that people depend on for towing, hauling, and commercial use, they matter a great deal. Reliability, predictability, and straightforward performance are non-negotiable for many pickup buyers. Dealers have taken notice. Sales of the I-Force Max-equipped Toyota Tundras have been slower than anticipated, and inventories are growing. Rows of unsold hybrid Tundras can be found in many dealer lots, especially in rural areas where buyers are less enthusiastic about hybrid technology. As a result, Toyota is now quietly offering larger incentives on these models. Special financing rates, bonus cash offers, and lease discounts are being pushed through regional promotions, something that would have been unthinkable for a new Toyota truck just a few years ago. The I-Force Max might still find its audience in time. Perhaps Toyota will refine the system, expand its availability, and win over skeptical buyers. But as it stands now, the hybrid gamble has backfired in the short term. Dealerships are under pressure to move inventory, and Toyota's push toward electrification has not landed well in the full-size truck segment. For anyone shopping right now, this means one thing. If you are considering the I-Force Max, now might be the best time to negotiate. And finally, there is one truck that has been a household name for years, but now it is being outsold by newer, cheaper competitors. Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. This pickup built a reputation for delivering rugged capability, bulletproof reliability, and adventure-ready performance at a reasonable price. Buyers who wanted something dependable and trail-tested without the size or cost of a full-size truck flocked to it. Whether you were navigating rocky trails in Colorado, venturing into desert terrain in Nevada, or simply hauling equipment across job sites, the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro was the trusted tool for the job. But in recent years, that reputation has begun to crack, and dealerships are now scrambling to move them off their lots. The core issue begins with pricing. The Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, once positioned as a high-value off-road machine, now costs nearly as much as many full-size pickups. A fully loaded Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro can easily exceed $68,000, depending on dealer markups and regional add-ons. That price range places it squarely in competition with larger trucks such as the Ford F-150 Lariat, or even entry-level trims of the Chevrolet Silverado and the Ram 1500. For many buyers, this pricing overlap raises the question, why spend full-size money on a midsize truck? Compounding the problem is the increasing trend of overloading the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro with features that many buyers do not want or need. While Toyota likely intended to position this model as a premium off-road performer, the reality is that it now includes a long list of luxury-oriented extras that stray far from its rugged roots. Leather-trimmed seats, oversized touchscreens, elaborate safety systems, and tech packages may look great on a showroom floor, but they do little to enhance trail capability. For off-road purists, these additions simply add weight, complexity, and price. The standard inclusion of Toyota's crawl control system and multi-terrain select is appreciated by some, but many buyers feel that the truck has become over-engineered. In the past, the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro thrived on its mechanical simplicity, solid axles, durable components, and a reliable powertrain. Today's version, while still competent off-road, feels more like a tech showcase than a rough-and-ready utility truck. That shift in focus has alienated a portion of its most loyal audience. Another major concern lies under the hood. The Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro continues to use the same 3.5-liter V6 engine that has been in the lineup since the year 2016. While this engine delivers decent performance, around 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque, it has begun to feel outdated in the face of newer powertrains offered by competitors. Trucks like the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 and the Ford Ranger Raptor are bringing more powerful and more efficient turbocharged engines to the midsize segment. Buyers expecting innovation from Toyota are left disappointed. Dealerships are feeling the pressure. With inventory levels rising and interest rates remaining high, Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro models are beginning to stagnate on lots. Vehicles that once sold within days of arrival are now sitting for weeks or even months. In response, dealerships across the country have started to offer more aggressive incentives than ever before. These include significant cashback offers, special financing rates, and lease discounts that were virtually unheard of for the TRD Pro lineup just a few years ago. Meanwhile, longtime Toyota buyers are rethinking their loyalty. The Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro's traditionally strong resale value has begun to soften, particularly in the used market. Depreciation curves are steepening, and previously owned models that once commanded top dollar are now seeing price cuts. Some buyers are choosing to hold on to their older Toyota Tacomas, rather than pay inflated prices for the new model. Others are switching brands entirely, drawn to competitors offering more horsepower, smoother ride quality, and a broader range of trims at more competitive prices. Perhaps most telling is the changing demographic of truck buyers. Modern consumers are looking for value above all else. They want power, durability, comfort, and affordability in a balanced package. The Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, once the embodiment of that balance, now feels out of step. It is too expensive for the entry-level buyer and not advanced enough for the enthusiast who wants cutting-edge performance. It sits awkwardly in a space where few buyers feel it delivers on its price tag. So with prices falling, incentives rising, and trucks piling up on dealership lots, the real question is, are these trucks a once-in-a-lifetime deal or a warning sign of something bigger going wrong at Toyota? What do you think? Is this a great deal or a warning sign? Drop a comment. And if you got value from this, like and subscribe for more straight-up truck talk. Catch you in the next one.